Third authority is Board of Conciliation under Section 5. The appropriate government may, as occasion arises by the notification in the official gazette, constitute a Board of Conciliation for promoting the settlement of an industrial dispute. Means for promoting the settlement of an industrial dispute, Board of Conciliation can be formed. Such board consists of a chairman and between 2 and 4 other members. The chairman shall be an independent person and the other members shall be the persons appointed in an equal number to represent the parties to dispute. Then the remaining members are to be equally represent the parties to the dispute. Such representatives are appointed on the recommendation of the parties. If any party fails to make a recommendation within the given time, appropriate government shall appoint such members within it thinks fit to represent the party. If there is a sufficient quorum, the board can act even in the absence of the chairman or any of its members. If the appropriate government notifies the board that service of the chairman or any member have ceased to be available, the board cannot act until a new chairman or a member has been appointed. Then the chairman or the member signed should be present on the settlement, and when this post is vacant, means this post is vacant, then there will be no sign present on the settlement. So in this case the proceeding will be not considered as invalid. Proceedings in the conciliations officer's office are taken that time the party's sign is taken on the settlement. Means when is the sign of the parties taken? When proceedings in the conciliation officer's office are taken place, that time only the party's sign is taken on the settlement. So here we have seen the procedure that why a board of conciliation is formed, then how many members are there and how they are selected. Next we are going to see the duties of the board of conciliation.